Nerderotic.com.
Welcome back to Nerdrotic. My name is Gary Beekler, and I come to you from Nerdrotic.com, and we need to talk about the Orville. Hashtag renew the Orville. Now, my voice is a little shot because I just came off a big, long live stream where I got some very interesting Orville news. Some more evidence that the show might have been picked up for a season 3. Now, we just finished a brilliant season 2 with the final episode, The Road Not Taken. Review will be in the description. It was a great episode. Time travel, done well. Artificial intelligence, done well, unlike another show that will not be named STD. But this show, unlike STD, has not been renewed for a season 3 yet, and you gotta be left wondering why. There might be a lot of reasons for this, one including the Fox-Disney merger. I actually think this is the reason we haven't heard an announcement. Now, on this channel, we heard from one of our oldest subscribers, Brian Smart. He was actually my 35th subscriber. He put a super chat in about 2 months back stating this. At Nerdrotic, I did some snooping and found out Orville already has been renewed with an option for a 4th and 5th season, but are waiting until season finale along with action figure rollout and Dark Horse comic, which is happening this summer at San Diego Comic-Con. God, I hope we don't have to wait that long. Now, this was announced back on March 7th, 2019, Dark Horse to launch the Orville comic miniseries. You have to ask yourself, why would you license a show that could be canceled? The Orville executive producer and writer David A. Goodman, Futurama, Star Trek Enterprise, artist David Cabeza, and colorist Michael Atiyeh, Halo, Escalation, Tomb Raider, are teaming up to bring all the adventures from the crew of the Orville onto the printed page in the Orville Season 1.5 New Beginnings. These all-new adventures will consist of two-issue episodes, bridging the gap between the events of the first season of Seth MacFarlane's hit television series and the second season now airing on Fox. Hit television series. According to TV series finale, The Orville averages over 3 million viewers in overnight ratings. I have heard, but I cannot confirm this, that it gets another 3 million in digital streaming, making that 6 million viewers, making that a hit TV show. There is, as I point out here, a lot of evidence pointing towards this show being renewed. Now, my voice is shot because I just came off an almost 4-hour live stream, and in that live stream, one of our viewers posted that they heard that an actor for the Orville had to cancel their appearance at a Denver convention because they had to work on the Orville. And I asked him for proof of this. Not that I didn't believe him, but I'd love to have some tangible evidence of this so I could make a video, and he provided that. This comes from our good friend Spartacus Aurelius. Thank you again. Big shout out. Big thanks. From Starfest, the Universe and Everything, April 26th through 28th, 2019 at the Marriott Denver Tech Center. Peter Macon, actor and voice artist, is replacing Scott Grimes at this convention. This happens all the time, no big deal. But the reason he is replacing him is what's the most interesting thing. Well, it was inevitable. Something like this always happens at the last minute. For reasons unknown, Scott Grimes got his work schedule for the Orville and has to work on Saturday. Again, this convention takes place April 26th through 28th. Time of recording is 12:07 a.m., April 27th, very early Saturday morning. I will read this again. Scott Grimes got his work schedule for the Orville and has to work on Saturday. Some phone calls later, and Peter Macon came to the rescue. He is stepping in to replace Scott at Starfest. Maybe next year, Scott will be able to get Seth MacFarlane to replace him, eh? This, coupled with the rumor that I got from my friend Brian Smart, plus licensing of a comic book, licensing of toys through WizKids, here's an announcement for HeroClix, and then having a trading card set put out, it begs the question, why would you license products for a show that was going to get canceled? Now, there may be another reason why this hasn't been announced yet. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Seth MacFarlane is quite the hot property right now. With Fox deal closed, Disney now has TV studio filled with all-stars. We skip down to the Orville stuff with Seth MacFarlane. Then there's Family Guy mastermind mastermind Seth MacFarlane, who is perhaps the most interesting showrunner moving to Disney from his longtime home at 20th Century TV. MacFarlane, who has also created, stars in, and co-executive produced Fox's live-action dramedy, The Orville, is under his current overall deal until June of 2019. Sources note that MacFarlane has several suitors, including Netflix, Hulu, which is now Disney, and Amazon, and Sony, who would love to have the brain trust behind multiple billion-dollar franchise under their roof. Animation continues to be a hot genre, with Netflix among the outlets heavily investing in the space. The streamer recently set up its own animation studio to eliminate the costly process of outsourcing physical animation, a process that MacFarlane is well aware of given his experience with Family Guy. The big burning question is if a showrunner of MacFarlane's ilk fits under the Disney brand, or if so, how the Mouse House would best utilize a snarky talent who isn't afraid to be controversial. Family Guy, like The Simpsons and Bob Burgers, remains a massive property, with all three shows generating billions of dollars for 20th Century TV. All three series are set to return next season. For his part, MacFarlane has also been outspoken about distancing himself from Fox News. Disney would certainly have to pony up a 9-figure deal to keep him in the fold, which, given his interest in both Family Guy and The Orville, would seem worth it. Bob's Burger creator Lauren Bouchard, who also has an animated series up at Apple, Netflix, and Amazon, quietly renewed his 20th Century TV deal a year or so ago. So there's a lot of evidence out there that the Orville has indeed been renewed, but they're not telling us. And the question has to be asked, why? Why wouldn't you say anything? There might be something else behind it, and I think that's it. Maybe Seth is negotiating with another network, and if he does that, can he take the Orville and Family Guy with him, or does that belong to Fox, or does the Disney-Fox deal kind of break that deal and he's able to move those properties wherever he wants? I have no idea. Alls I want is the Orville, quite frankly. I don't care about the Family Guy, but I know a lot of people do, and I want the Orville renewed. Renew it now. Hashtag renew the Orville. Tell me what you think in the comments section. Again, Scott Grimes canceled an appearance at a Denver Comic-Con to do work for the Orville. Now, maybe that's some behind-the-scenes stuff for a DVD, but I don't know. They don't do Blu-rays for the Orville, and they don't really do physical media, but it might be for a streaming service. I'm not really sure. It might be an Orville after party. I have no idea, but it does sound a little suspicious. I think the Orville's coming back. I'm just not sure when or where. Everybody have a great day. Again, hashtag renew the Orville, and may the small folks sing songs of your greatness.
Nerderotic.com. Please subscribe.